Scholars, welcome back. Let us quickly tackle example number 2. But don't forget, we appreciate it if you click the like button, or you share the videos, or better still, you subscribe to our channel. We have a second example to drive home the concept of these more difficult problems. The bearing of y from x is 30 degrees west of north. Find the bearing of x from y. From the question, the bearing belongs to y, but it will be found at s because s is appearing after the preposition from. So it means that in our diagrammatic illustration, we are going to start with x. 30 degrees west of north belongs to y, but it will be located at s. And then don't forget that when you say 30 degrees west of north, we are saying move from the north towards the west, covering 30 degrees. So x will be somewhere here, therefore. This point is s. So that is the north, here is the south, the east, and here is the west. So we are moving 30 degrees from the north towards the west. That's the meaning of 30 degrees west of north. This is 30 degrees. So at the end of the straight line here, this point is y. We draw another 4 cardinal points at y. This is y. Here is the north at y. Here is the south at y. Here is the east at y. And here is the west at y. So the information given to us has been illustrated. The bearing of y from x is 30 degrees west of north. Now to the question. Find the bearing of s from y. Bearing of x from y. The answer will be found at y. It will involve moving clockwise from the north at y till you get to the straight line connecting x to y. So we are moving clockwise from north till we get to the straight line. So the size of this arc is the bearing of x from y. Let us pretend that we don't know it, and so call it the degrees. Then we have established without any iota of doubt that from the north to the south is 180 degrees, being 90 degrees from north to east and another 90 degrees from east to south. So north to south is 180 degrees. So this bearing b degrees is just this angle short of 180 degrees. So let us pretend to that we don't know the angle and put b degrees, a degrees rather. So from our diagram, the bearing of x from y is, if we are using compass bearing, it will be a degrees east of south. But if we are using surveyor's bearing, it will be just b degrees. Let us find A degrees. So find A degrees. Now, at Y, if you run from the line depicting south down to X and then to the line depicting north, you will find a mathematical letter N, telling us therefore that this angle 30 degrees is alternate to this angle 8 degrees. Because alternate angles are equal, automatically 8 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. 8 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. And our reason is alternate angles. Alternate angles. Because 8 degrees at Y and 30 degrees at S are in the mathematical letter N. So, from there we can conclude that the bearing of X from Y is 30 degrees east of south. Or we go the other way by finding B, and it's automatic. A degrees plus B degrees will give us 180 degrees. Therefore, B degrees is 180 degrees minus A degrees, or B degrees equals 180 degrees minus A degrees equal to 180 degrees minus 30 degrees equal to 150 degrees. So, as surveyor's bearing, therefore, B degrees is equal, as surveyor's bearing, therefore, the bearing of X from Y is 150 degrees. So 150 degrees as surveyor's bearing, 30 degrees east of south as compass bearing. And I'm sure that at this point now, you have fully grasped the concept of the bearing of a point relative to another point. But just so that you can measure how well you have understood it, I'm going to leave you with a classwork in a moment. And I will call the classwork speed work. Given that the bearing of M from N is 210 degrees, find the bearing of N from M. That is a single question for you to test the level of your understanding of the concept that we have discussed so far. With this second example concluded, we have laid a super solid foundation for bearings as far as the curriculum is concerned. So review all the videos and then you can continue to look at problems in exercises. But don't forget that clicking of the like button is precious to us. Your sharing of our videos more precious, and your subscription to our channels most precious. We'll see you in the next impactful video. Thank you.